Hello, Combat and welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. In this video, we are going to be looking at reviewing the cards this season and not taking a look at next season. Honestly, next season card looks kind of exciting. I'm kind of excited for a few of the cards next season. I do have one issue with it, but I'll get into that when I get to it. So first up, last season, right, we had Captain Carter as a season pass. When she came out, she was kind of interesting, like the idea behind her, but she was weak, right? Because she was a 4, what was she, a 4/3? I believe she was a 4/3 or something like that. Honestly, I didn't play her enough because as long as she was interesting, she was awkward to play on 4. You'd rather have played Galacta or Gwen, right? Or maybe Enchantress, Shang-Chi, whatever, right? You rarely wanted to play her for that 4 cost. And if you didn't hit with Zabu, it really did suck, right? Like 4 cost, you really did not want to play her. But 3, you don't mind it, and she fits into Surfer, right? So she got a lot better and playable, which is good. I think every card should be some sort of playable, and I think where she is now is perfect for her. When she got changed to 3, there was a lot of people going off at how strong she was, and she was for a couple of days, but she doesn't feel that strong right now, right? So it's not too bad. So decent enough season pass card. Came out probably like a 2-star. Now she's got buffed. She's probably like a 3.5 star out of 5, right? Decent enough. Isn't crazy and strong, but decent. And then we move on to Goliath that came out with her, I believe, in that week. Goliath is a card that is just solid. I'd give this a 4-star. Not off its strength, of how easily it fits into ongoing decks, right? This is just a card that slots in ongoing decks now. If you're going to play ongoing, you kind of want Goliath because it is just a decent enough power, right? It's normally like a 2/7, 2/8, right? Something like that, and then maybe more if you buff it up, or depends on what type of deck you're playing, right? So it's a solid card, extremely playable, flexible in the fact that it goes in whatever type of ongoing stuff you play, like Thanos, Sarah stuff, maybe negative stuff. You could even slot them in if you really wanted to, right? He just slots in wherever you want, tribunal stuff, whatever, right? You can fit him in. So he's a 4-star for me. Pretty decent, not too bad. Then it kind of goes downhill a little bit for the rest of the season, right? You got Kahore. I like Kahore. I like the idea behind it. When the card came out, it was Screaming Dino, right? Dino did get a buff after this card came out, I believe. You got an extra 1 power, but Dino's just a bad card. With next season's season pass card, is it where you copy a card in your deck and make it a 3/4, I believe? We'll look at that later. Kahori stuff could come back with Victoria Hand stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. I think this card's solid. It just didn't, like, that Victoria Hand generating stuff didn't really take off, right? So it's kind of hard to fit in. Like that type of deck just disappeared. So she's kind of awkward. Maybe if she was a free, she'd be insane. But I still like this card. So she's probably like a 3-star because I think there's a lot of potential there. She's kind of fun, interesting. I say interesting, like she is kind of interesting, but she's also like kind of basic, putting power points down, right? But, you know, something a little different, so I like it, so I'll give it a 3. Ultron, card that got buffed. He got 2 power, right? The 2 power makes him a little bit stronger, but his problem wasn't really his power. It was his cost of everything, right? 5 cost for him, 3 for the stones. Again, could fit into some Victoria Hand stuff, right? Quinjet, make the stones cost 2. A way to ramp stuff out. Maybe like a Lunar Snow, get him out on 4, you know, bam, bam, bam. Pop off, stones cost 2. You can go crazy, right? So there is some potential there. It's just not the meta for that. It's too slow against Thanos stuff, against move stuff, surfer stuff, whatever, right? It's just too slow. So again, it's probably a 3. And it's kind of being generous. It's just kind of on the hope he gets his chance to shine. Next up, the card from High Voltage. This is just a 1, maybe even a 0. This card's just, it just doesn't make any sense to me. First up, stats, completely garbage, right? 2 cost, 2/1, completely and utterly garbage. And for its effect, it is so dumb, right? You get two cards in your hand, get 2+ power, and you can't play them next turn. A 2/1 is +2 power to your card. Wouldn't even, it would be decently playable and strong, but I don't think it makes it into the top 5 2-drops, right? Maybe probably not even in the top 10 that 2-drops. It's like, it doesn't need the downside, or if it has a downside, it needs to be a bigger up. Like, it needs to be +3, +4. Maybe +3 to 3 cards, and then you can't play anything on your next turn, right? Make it worth it, because right now there's no point to play it. Even if you get the perfect hits, right, on say Brood and Sinister, right? It means you can't play them on your next turn, which if you're going to do that, you might as well just play the Forge. You guarantee the hit. You can play on curve, right? Nah. Should have really been. 1 second. Oops. There we go. Next up, Strange Supreme. Probably the strongest card this season. Easily a 4, maybe a 5. Nah, 4. I'm not gonna give any card a 5, right? But he's as close as it gets. Maybe a 4.5, right? Helps that Thanos popped off, right? He's really good in Thanos. Can fit in junk. Yeah, I'm giving him a 4 because although he is strong, he's not that flexible. Funnily enough, right? You play him in like Thanos stuff mainly, that's his perfect home, which has made Thanos really strong. And then you've got junk stuff where you can fit in junk stuff. But outside of that, there isn't really a whole lot where you're like, I need Strange in this deck. So his strength wise, and I love his ability of merging with cards and growing. I'm giving him a 4 because he is a strong card, he is fun. But he's not that flexible, so get a 4. Then we get on to the week where we got Snap Pack this week, right? So the first Series 5 card in there was Hydra Stomper. Funnily enough, probably one of the weaker of the 4 cards that we got this week, because we got 3 with a Series 4 cards, right? It's probably one of the weaker ones. I do think he's a decent enough card, right? And I think he does have a place and move stuff. But like the other ones, I feel like are more impactful. I played a lot of moves this week, and I feel like the rest of them are more impactful, weirdly enough. But like, I do still think Hydra Stomp is worth putting, especially if you're playing one of the next cards we'll look at, right? Next card. So this card, probably a 3 because he can get big. Card can get big and cause issues. You don't fully mind playing it on curve because if they take it out, they take it out. It's not the end of the world, right? Most of the time you're gonna have like a Scream or a Craven or Batrock or whatever, right? It can get bigger. So it is what it is. Then we got onto the Series 4 card. This is the first time we got the Series 4 dump with Snap Packs. Next season, unfortunately, we don't have a dump because this was meant to be at the start of next season, but they moved it forward to celebrate packs, right? Give us something to do with those packs, which was a good decision. So the strongest of the cards. This card just fits into move, any type of move really. Insane. I probably expected to get a nerf. This might go to +1 power when you move. Who knows? I do expect it to get a nerf though. It is kind of ridiculously strong. So probably a 4 out of 5. It's because it's not overly flexible, right? You don't play him outside a move, right? And I can't give a card a 5 if it's only fitting in one type of deck. Although there is multiple types of deck. You got the bounce, you got normal move, even Phoenix Force stuff, even though it's a little awkward in there. Stuff like that, right? You've got plenty of different types of move deck, so he's flexible in that he fits in them all. But outside the move, he doesn't fit, right? So he's a 4. Fanfare, probably the weaker of the Series 4. High potential. Activate, move your cards here to the right. I think the problem with this card right now is it's bugged and it moves unrevealed cards, which kind of messes up a lot of combos where you want to like move a play like a Voltron here, move it, pull it back with Ghost Spider and stuff like that, right? Or like move a Spider-Man 2099 over there and pull it back so you destroy some over there and then you put up Harness Lid or whatever, right? The fact it moves unrevealed makes it a lot weaker right now, so it's probably a 2. When it's fixed, probably a 3. And then Topaz. I like this card. I think this card's got more potential. Probably a 3.5 rating. The fact you can guarantee to move it, it's just everything Hercules wanted to be, right? So yeah, it's not like once a turn, so like your opponent can't steal it or whatever, right? Steal your move and ruin your turn. You can control it because you know where the card's going. So I really like this card. I do think it's a little, it hasn't got the limelight that it needs because the other cards are a little bit more exciting, right? This isn't exactly exciting, just throwing a card mid, but it's still pretty strong. So that's it for this season. Overall, the cards weren't super exciting this season. The Series 4s made it better. Like this week was really fun to play Snap. Last couple of weeks, Thanos everywhere, hated it. It was kind of driving me up the wall. But move stuff, I like it because people have been experimenting, right? It's not like the same 10, 11 cards. There's like probably about 8 to 9 cards that are pretty much the same. But like experimenting, I've played a lot of bounce stuff, played normal move with Heimdall stuff, Scream stuff, weird Spider-Man 2099 stuff, the Hawk bird thing, whatever, pulls a card, right? There's a lot of different types, which has kind of been interesting. Anyways, that's it for this season. Let's move on to next season. Okay, now this season, we've got Esme. There's a season pass card, right? I actually think this card's kind of exciting, and I'm kind of looking forward to playing around with it because I do like Victoria and stuff. Unfortunately for me, she might just hit the Frigga slot, which is a little annoying because I really do like playing Frigga. But if I could fit her and Frigga in decks, might not be the end of the world. It kind of depends on how she really fits in. Like in theory, obviously you want to play some good cards that have got good effects to get that power, right? But at the same time, can you afford to play all those cards like that? It'll be interesting to see how she really plays out, right? And hopefully it'll be good. I think she's got a hell of a potential to be a fun card, which I rate a lot. Interesting, kind of, I want to say flexible, maybe. I could see her like in hand generating stuff. Could see her in like solid, like ongoing stuff. Could see her flex around quite a bit, so it could be kind of flexible. So I'm gonna give her like a 4 rating out of 5. Might be a little high because I'm just hoping for the flexibility. It'd be pretty good because I think she's got potential, but obviously just looking at a card, I'm like, this could be good, this could be bad. It's kind of hard to tell without actually getting to play the card and really thinking about the decks and how they're gonna fit together, right? And then we get on to the Series 5 card, Surge. And this is where my problem with next season lies, is these are the 2 cards I'm excited to play. Like really excited. I think the Surge stuff's gonna be very interesting. I think this has got potential to be a 5 out of 5 rating. And I'm gonna risk it and say 5 out of 5. Because interesting ability, so it could be fun. Could be strong. The ability's got potential to be strong, and it's got potential to be flexible, right? Why wouldn't you want a -1 cost of plus power on pretty much any deck, right? Doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters all that much. The deck, obviously, this is just like rattling in my head how it's going to work and stuff. So it might be a little bit different. It might turn out that it is just a little bad and slow, and you don't want to draw it late. It doesn't do anything in draw on 6, right? It's a 2/2. But we'll see, right? It could be fun, could be bad. But I've got high potential of it being a 5 out of 5. I think this is definitely the best card of the season. Early good doors. Because it's flexible, fun, interesting. And the way it works, it works a bit like Fire Hair, I believe. Or it's going to work a bit like Fire Hair. Where it stays on the board and its effect keeps going. So if you put this on Wong, it's going to be -2 plus 2, right? And then you play the next card, it's going to power off again. So it'll be another 2 or -2 +2, right? Drop lock off again. I don't think it'll stack. I'm not 100% sure though. So I don't think it, because it's 2-2, if you play it again, it's gonna pop off. It could stay with a 2-2, right? It's just gonna be a 2-2 again. But I like the idea of it, right? Could go crazy. And then in the video, I believe it showed bounce stuff, which will be interesting if you can bounce the surged card and play it again the next turn and get double buffs. Could be fun. So I really rate this card and I'm looking forward to playing it. Next up, Prodigy. I think this is the worst card of the season. I do see potential in it, right? Copying the text and the card in front of it, right? Iron Man. Ongoing stuff. Just ongoing stuff, right? Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic. Moonstone, whatever, right? All that kind of stuff, right? So I do see the potential in it. It's not, doesn't excite me much, right? So I feel like this is going to be a weak card. I think this is going to be a 2. Probably a 2.5 to 3, probably realistically. But I'm going to give it a 2 because I don't see the excitement for it for myself, which is unfortunate. Elixir, I think this has got potential. This is probably a 3.5 to a 4. Like, I feel like bringing back a card that you destroyed last turn, like, people might be looking at it like, oh, look, if they destroy your stuff, you can bring it back. The problem is, you destroy your own card. Misery, your Gladiator, right? In, like, destroy mill. Then you bring it back next turn. You get your Gladiator back, you destroy another card. You haven't lost anything, right? So there's a lot of potential here, and I actually really love it. Same with, like, it's a shame that you can't, like, bring it back the same turn, right? Which makes sense, because it would be a little bit broken, because then you can, like, Misery and this, and it brings it back. Like, bring back, like, a Shang-Chi and double Shang-Chi stuff. But, you know, it's definitely got a lot of potential, so I'd like 3.5, probably. Which I'm really excited for. And then the last card, Gone, whatever. I think this is kind of garbage. After any 3 or 4 cost players here, move to another location. So, would you really play this and move? Probably not. It kind of does lockdown clog stuff, I guess. Like, I can see the potential of it locking down a lane, right? Where you just control that lane with this card and throw stuff away. That being said, that might be just be a little bit crazy. It might just slightly move, right? Who knows? It's just not exciting. And it's like, it's got, like, I feel like it's too similar to Topaz, right? Topaz is moving cards you play there. This is moving a 3 or 4 to another location, right? It's just too similar too soon, right? If Topaz hadn't came out and this came out, I'd be more excited by this. But Topaz just feels more flexible and you can control it. Just feels a little bit better. So who knows? Might be good, might be bad, but I'm giving it a 2. Anyways, that's it for the 2 season reviews. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another video.